So I gotta ask you this since we're talking Yams. What's your favorite Yams story or moment that you had with him? And I know that there's probably a lot to choose from, so take your time with it. But like, what's your like favorite moment with Yams?
I remember. We went out to a club one day. Me and my brother Ola, we forced him to go downtown with us. He didn't want to come outside. We was like, yo, bro, let's go downtown. Let's run the town and shit like that.
Yeah.
So we went outside. He had a whole Versace suit on. He had a sweatsuit on, right? He had sandals on. He had chanclas on.
Just some real Yam shit. Yeah.
Real shit, right? Tank top under. So we know we going downtown, and you know downtown got dress attire, like depending on when you go.
You can't go into no club with flip flops.
Nah,
like,
so
Nike size, nothing
at all. So we going this particular day. We going to Greenhouse, which they don't even call it Greenhouse no more. But this is downtown. Like I don't know where it's at actually. But anyways, we going to Greenhouse, and there's a line outside and shit like that. So we pull up, and when we pull up, they didn't want to let Yams in because he had the sweatsuit on. So while they
and the sandals.
So while we trying to talk to and the sandals. So while we trying to talk to the promoter, they were letting everybody else in, but they didn't want to let Yams in. So while they trying to dub Yams, they playing work in the background. So Yams had a moment like, nigga, y'all niggas trying to dub me? That's my record right there. So they're like, all right, cool. So then I guess somebody told somebody and they knew it was Yams or whatever. So then we walking in there and they tell them, they're like, all right, cool, we'll let you in, but you gotta buy a bottle. It's gonna be like a two bottle minimum. And he was like, all right, cool. So me and Ola figured out that 2 bottle minimum in there at that night was gonna be like $1,200. So we was like, man, fuck these niggas, bro. We out of here. So we turned around, left, and we went to some other spot called Westway.
Okay.
And we went to Westway, and everybody knew everybody in Westway. So we was Gucci in there, and my man took his same Versace sweatsuit. My man was dancing on stage. It was a great night, man. It was a great night. Man.
That's amazing. I love hearing those stories because, you know, I watched this year. This year's Yams Day was completely different than past years.
It was
right?
fire.
But what I appreciate about this year's Yams Day more than other ones is that this one I felt like
was about Yams.
Well, no, I think it's always about Yams, but I feel like this year you got to like see videos, you got to see footage, you got to see like more of Yams' personality because it had to be mostly digital and you know, pre-recorded, and I got to see like all these different moments of Yams and people talking about Yams, and I feel like, you know, before it's about the performance, it's about bringing his moms out, it's about playing, you know, his videos in the background, but this year you really got to like get a sense of who he was if you didn't know him.
Right.
And that's kind of what I always appreciate. That's why I had to ask you this, because I always like hearing these stories about Yams, because like I feel like everybody who knew him got a story like this one that you just told me.
And his mom, his mom is putting together a real official full documentary about him.
That's beautiful. I love that.
Yeah, so what y'all saw thus far on the last Yams Day, that's just the tip of the iceberg. There's a lot of stories about him that is going to be told, and she's going to put it together. So